Hello everyone, and happy Friday. Welcome to the second episode of this live interviews, Real People, Real Business. We are coming live from Melbourne, Australia. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Ash. I am a digital business owner, and I've been doing this business for the past 2 years. What I basically do is I help people from all over the world to set up their own digital businesses, and I help them to leverage social media so they can create an income. So just a little bit about myself as well as how I ended up in this business. I work in the hospitality industry for more than 16 years. I used to work 10, 12 hours a day. My life was absolutely crazy, working weekends, public holidays. And after we decided to start having our family with my husband, I felt that I couldn't do that anymore. I wanted to spend more time with my kids, and I wanted to put a stop on my career, and I wanted to be a mom. So that's how I came across this business. Now, today I run my own digital business from home. I can be present for my kids, and my business worked around my family schedule, and I absolutely love it. So today with me, I have a very special guest. She's also a mom of two teens. She's originally from Netherlands, but she's been living in Spain for many years. So I'm not going to wait any longer. I'm going to bring her in. Hello, Natasha. How are you?
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here today with me.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yes, let's start with a little bit about yourself and what were you doing before this digital business?
Hello, everybody. My name is Natasha. Yes, I'm originally from the Netherlands. I've been living in Spain since 1998, so it's practically more than half my life already. I was working in the hospitality world, also in the Netherlands. Well, I started a career as a hairdresser with the idea of having my own salon in my home. So the thought of working from home has always been there. It just didn't work out that way. So I landed up in the hospitality world, just like my parents. I worked for my mom in a restaurant. I've worked for my father in his bar, and that's the reason why I landed up here in Spain, because we started a Dutch restaurant. And when I started my family, well, it was difficult to combine the hospitality world with family life. So I chose a different path. I worked at the airport, at the information desk. I've also worked as a receptionist in hotels and well-known campsites here in the coast. And my last job was as a medical interpreter. I did that for about 8 years. And then suddenly 3 years ago, that company had financial problems, and that left me without a job. So yes, I did some job interviews and looked back, and it was all in the tourism industry, because here, because I live in Catalonia, and if you don't speak the language Catalan, then it's difficult to get a job if it's not in the tourist field. So that was, and in the tourist field, it's always 7 days a week, working school vacations and all that. So I didn't find anything that I really liked. I did look into a few courses that I could do from home and see if I could just change my career path, but my degrees I did my degrees that I have are not valid here in Spain, so I had to start all over again. So I didn't have the time nor the money to do that. And actually, starting online, I don't know. It never occurred to me. It wasn't something I was looking for until an ad popped up, and that's what brought me here. So that's basically it.
That's great. That's great. Well, like you brought up something that you never thought about working online. And I was going through exactly the same thing. I never, ever thought about working online. But my idea of working online was selling products. That's all I could think about. Like, that's all I thought it was all about, working online. So what was your experience? It was just something that just appeared on you said that you came to this through an ad.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to you when you saw that ad? Were you asking? Because I was actually asking to my mentor, what are you selling? I want you to tell me what are you selling. She was like, we don't sell anything. Like, but you have to
Yeah,
sell something.
I didn't understand the concept in the beginning either. I never reached out to neither my coach or mentor. I was one of those silent people that was just looking, with and peeking in everywhere. But I saw her ad, and she practically explained a bit about her story, and a working mom of four. She was actually working 3 jobs at the time. She lives here in Spain, also a foreigner. And I thought, okay, this sounds interesting. And she already mentioned in her ad that there wasn't any selling involved. So I thought, okay, that's perfect, because I do have friends that are in the makeup industry and in the health industry, with the diet shakes and all those things. But I'm a user, so I do use. I've tried everybody's products and all that, but I didn't see myself doing the same.
Doing that.
I tried doing it. Was a long time ago, because I was using the products. I thought, okay, I might as well and see where it goes. But I think I sold 2 mascaras, and that was it. So I knew I was not going to make a living out of that. And just when I just saw the ad, I just checked it out quite a few times. I was quite nosy, and when I understood a bit more about the system, then that's when I thought, okay, this could be something that would fit in perfectly with what I want. Although I didn't understand it in the beginning, because I had no idea what I was getting myself into. It just sounded good. It was just like, okay, this is something that could fit into my lifestyle. I just don't know how, but I just knew.
So what about experience? Do you have any previous experience at all? Like when you find out a little bit more about the business, where you're like, oh yeah, I am a social media person. I know how to work, social media. So how did you how do you learn all that?
Oh, I didn't know nothing. I suppose I'm just one of those typical people, just like anybody else, that scroll on their news feed on Facebook, check my emails and things like that. And if I want to, I know I love cooking, so I look up the recipe or something like that. That was basically what I did on the internet, nothing more. And with my work, of course. I had to learn programs and things like that just to do my work, but nothing else. But the training that was provided, I thought, well, not just the training. I first of all, when we watch the webinar, we see people from all walks of life, right? And I saw this another lady besides my mentor, because my mentor is younger than me. But I also saw a grandmother that was doing this, that was in her late 70s. And I thought, oh my gosh, if this woman didn't even know how to open her computer and didn't have Facebook, then I thought, well, if she can do this, then I can definitely do this, So yes, and the training makes it easy for everybody to understand. It's set up that way that anybody can follow it.
So you mentioned that we have all the people from all different walks of life, and it's true. We have doctors, nurses, we have people that work in hospitality, we have grandmas, like you mentioned that before as well. And if they can do it, anyone can do it. It's actually true. The training platform is absolutely amazing. And well, I forgot to say that we actually met through a group of Latin American girls. And it's great to see, how many people from Latin America are actually working in this business as well. And, that's how we connected. Yeah. And, it's great to see so many people from, different countries, and, anyone can do it. This is actually true. And at the moment, we're also working on having a training platform in Spanish. Yeah. So I don't know when it's going to be live, but it's going to be great. I think that's going to be great as well. It's going to be another way to, get people plugged into it. So how this business changed your life? How did it change your life with your kids? And you're a mom of 2 kids, right?
Yes. Oh, wow. if I go back to the life I had before, I mean, I always say, if I would have found this system, I'd say about 6-7 years ago, it would have made my life so much easier. Because it's difficult when you have kids and you have work. You know, where do you leave the kids? Because your hours never fit in with school hours. You know, because I always try to look for a job and that would fit just in between the school hours of my kids, so I didn't have to worry about after school or nannies or things like that. And it was difficult. I have been lucky that I've had jobs that were quite flexible, but normally you're the one that has to be flexible, not your job. So yeah, and now that I've been able to stay at home and just, you know, have my own career, because I consider this as my career. I'm my own boss, and it's just made my life much easier. I have so much more time for myself, you know, for myself, for my family. I can, as you said in the beginning, before you started when you started this live, this business can work around you. You know, it's not that you have to adapt to your work. It's the business adapts to your lifestyle, so which makes it perfect. And yeah, it's mainly the time freedom. That's what's changed for me most. The time I have now, I didn't have before. It wasn't. I'm not in this continuous race every day, getting up and, you know, running about. And
yes.
It's more relaxed. I get up early. You know, I get the kids ready for school. They're older now, so it does make it easier because they're all older sufficient. But yes, I have the whole day to myself until the kids get back. So I do most of my business during the day, and that's it.
That's great. So something I wanted to ask you, because, you know, in the training program, in the training platform, we learn, you know, about how to use social media, and, you know, we have so many things that we learn from there. But something that I picked up on your page, on your Facebook, is that you have such an energy, and I love your energy. You know, every time I see a post from you, every time, you know, I see an interview from you, is that personality, you know, like, I'm like, oh my God, you know, and I just want to see more. So is something that, were you like this before you start this business, or you just come out of your shell because some people say, oh, I'm not sure if I'm the right, if I have the right personality. You know, what was your experience?
Absolutely. Oh no, absolutely not. I'm definitely not the same person as in the beginning. I'm quite a shy person. I'm not very sociable, so it's if I don't know the person or I don't work with people, it's I have difficulties to connect with people. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not something that I have in me. And in the beginning, when I started doing this, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't see myself doing videos and posting myself and pictures on every social media feed. You know, I did post the casual picture of myself and my family in my Facebook page, but it was private. You know, only my friends and family could see that. And now that I'm a public figure, because that's what we actually are.
Yeah.
Yes, I've just completely come out of my shell. It's just something that happens. It's not something that you. It's not that you learn or anything like that. It just happens when you start your journey. It automatically. I don't know. I think maybe because we have these weekly masterminds, that automatically things just stay here, and you pick up things, and I don't know. It's just something natural that I do right now, and I have fun doing it, so that helps.
Yes,
you know, if you have fun doing it.
No, that's great. And you mentioned masterminds. You know, how important are masterminds for you? Like, well, let's tell people that the masterminds, we have them once a week, and, you know, we share, you know, new things that come up on social media, or we have always, you know, probably leaders from the community that come up to the mastermind to share things with us. And because for the masterminds, for me, are amazing. Like, it changed my whole mindset, like, you know, like completely changed my way of thinking, and how people, you know, I don't know, is something changed with me when I first started watching masterminds. What happened with you? What was your experience?
It's true. It's a bit hard. It is a bit hard to explain, because people think, oh, do I have to do this and these meets, and do I have to become a mentor, or do? But it's just, those are just things that automatically happen. I didn't think when I started as well, I don't need a whole team and be a mentor and all this. I'm just in here, and I want to earn money, and that's it.
That's it.
You know, that's what I had in my mind, and that completely changed once I started my journey. And besides the training, the training is set up with videos, so that's something that is there that you can look into every time you need it. But the masterminds are once a week, and you don't even have to be there live. You can, because I don't watch them live because of the time zone. So I always catch the recording the day after. But they're so important for our businesses. We learn so much from there, and updates, people sharing their stories that you think, oh yes, she relates to, I relate to her story, or I resonate with this lady, and if she can do it, it just keeps you motivated to keep going, because we know we all know that this system works. For some people it might take a little bit longer, some people might go faster, but the whole point of this business is not to compare yourself with others, because everybody has their own pace. Everybody does, as you said, people are doing this part-time besides their full-time job. I'm a stay-at-home parent, so I do have more time. So it all depends a bit on yourself. So
that's great. So what would you say, just for your last question, what would you say to all those people that, are thinking about it, are doubting about probably themselves, or they're like, oh, I just watched the webinar, I'm not sure. What would you say to them?
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself that you can do it. And of course, this is not something that will just happen overnight. You do have to put in the work, because people just assume, oh, it's an online business, it's just this, but it's a real business. People always have this concept with the online space that, like you said, oh, I have to sell products, but this system is totally different. It is like having a business offline, except it's online. That's the only difference is we're online, and we're not selling anything. The only thing we're sharing is an amazing business model that anybody can do. So I think it's just a bit of more believe in yourself that you can do this, because anybody can do this. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I always have Deborah. Deborah is the grandmother I follow in our community. She's my inspiration. I mean, she's in her late 70s. I don't know how many grandkids she has, and her journey is so amazing. Yes. And she started from scratch, and it's amazing how this lady has become so successful. So she's my inspiration, and I think if this lady can do it, then anybody can do it.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
have to have a little bit of faith and believe.
Yeah, absolutely. And she didn't even have experience with computers.
No, nothing.
So she really started from scratch. So there is no excuse from anyone else.
Exactly. And if you want something to change, and then the only person that can do that is yourself. I knew I wanted something to change in my life. I knew going back to work wasn't going to get me anywhere. I would be stuck in the same routine as before. And that's it. I wasn't going to go anywhere. I had my wage every month. I pay my bills, and then every month you start all over again, because that's practically it. That's practically it. So I didn't have nothing to save. I didn't, and it's boring living like that. And
the thing is, sometimes you are in that routine, and you don't realize like you are trapped in a routine. You just go and go and go and go, and then probably many people through the pandemic, they realized how much on a routine they were, and that's why we have so many people in our community now. It's amazing how fast it's growing. It's absolutely incredible. So, but well, thank you so much, Natasha, for your time. It's been a pleasure. I'm so happy I finally met you. And, I've seen you for a while now in Facebook and everything. And when I first started the interviews, I was like, oh, she's someone that I want to talk to and meet. So thank you so much. It meant a lot to me. Thank you so much. And from everyone else that is out there and is thinking if they should start or not, just give it a try. come and watch our webinars. We do it twice a week. You can watch the replay at any time. And yeah, we are, everyone, to help you out. We are a huge community, and we would love to have you on board and to see you on the inside. And don't wait any longer. Take action today. I wish I would have started before.
Oh, me too.
So, yes. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Natasha. And I see you, everyone, next week. Thank you so much. Bye, Natasha.
Bye.